Hello, I'm gonna wait for some people to come on here. I haven't been live in a little while because I've had a lot of family around and it's hard for me to go live. I just told some people who are still here to be quiet, don't come in the hallway, too loud. But I'm gonna wait for a few people to jump on. We're gonna talk a little bit about something I addressed a little bit before Christmas, but I want to kind of go over it again in greater detail. Just drop something. Something specifically about kind of nutrition and what you believe about what you're supposed to eat when you have fitness goals and all that. So let's wait for a few people to come on. I know it's New Year's Day, so today's the day to start thinking about shit, even though you should have been thinking about it earlier. I know we all do our preparation for New Year's, but if you do it ahead of time and you sort of plan on doing it when you get there, that's your first mistake. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. Hey, Sarah. So I'm going to wait for a few more people to come on here. And Andrea's on here. I'm going to wait again, just for a few more people to come on here. Happy New Year's Day, everybody. Happy January 1st. I hope, if you comment below something that you're doing today to start your 2019 off strong. If you're here, comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Let's wait another minute and then I'll get into it so we can have people watch the replay. I want to try to keep these a little bit more concise because I know I have a tendency to talk a lot and I feel like people want to watch the replay, but they're like, oh shit, that's 25 minutes. I can't do that. I want people to get the message. So I'm going to wait another 30 seconds and then I'll just get into it. We got Joey. Hey, what's up? We got him on here. Okay, so let's just get started here. And then people who aren't here at the beginning can then come on and watch the replay. So we're going to go over something today that I went over last week, the percentages of your macronutrients and what you need, what your percentage of your calories should be coming from carbs, proteins, and fats based on what your specific goals are. And there is a specific element in that, a specific detail that blows people's minds, especially women. That's just the way it is, especially women. So my first question to you guys, and I want you to comment below. I really want you to comment below, right? If you see someone who's shredded, super muscular, a girl or a guy in the gym who's just clearly a bodybuilder, very fit, maybe they have the goals that you have, right? Or maybe they are goals, their goals. That kind of person, what is your interpretation of what they're eating, okay? Your interpretation of what they're eating. So you're probably damn, I can't do that because they're in the gym 3 hours a day or they're eating salad and chicken. How many of us have thought that before when you think of the word health in your head, when you think of abs, when you think of muscles, when you think of the fittest person you can think of, how many people have had the image of vegetables, protein come to mind? Comment below, or comment what comes to mind. I really want some interaction on here, and I'm trying to keep things a little shorter. So comment below. I know chicken and broccoli is a really a really common one. So comment below what you generally think of when you think of a healthy meal to keep you fit, someone that you see in the gym who's super fit, whatever your goals are. What is your interpretation of what they're eating? Okay, no comments. That's cool, guys. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to go with the chicken and broccoli. Hey, Mary Beth, what's up, girl? We're going to go with the chicken and broccoli example, okay? So there's a fundamental misunderstanding with this, and I'm going to go over a little bit of business tactics and fitness industry marketing at the end of this because I think it's very related. Protein and greens, Robin says. Protein and greens. So how many of us would say pasta or potatoes or pancakes? Literally none of us. None of us would say that because one, they're carbs, and two, we don't consider those good carbs. But even the good carbs, right? Even potatoes or whole wheat pasta, very few of us really truly believe, right? There is some kind of mindset, there's a mind fuck, really, because of what has been ingrained. We might say that we know we need carbs to reach our goals, but at the end of the day, you're still making zucchini noodles and you're like, wow, I feel great about this because this is what I'm supposed to do. But that's total bullshit. So it's kind of like this, okay? And I know I went over this in one of my last videos, but this here, printed it out this time if you guys can see this beautiful thing. I know I made a gorgeous drawing on my whiteboard last time, but that took me a long time, so I'm gonna do this today. Basically, right, the thing that blows people's minds the most is if you want to get fit, if you want to get toned, women, getting toned means building muscle. Getting toned means building muscle. You cannot lose weight and look toned just by losing weight if you have no muscle that you've built. That's just not going to work that way, okay? Losing weight and getting toned equals building muscle and burning fat. So yes, you do need to be eating to build muscle at the same time as you are taking into consideration the fact that you want to lose fat. And now, the biggest thing with that is that it takes a little bit longer, but you will be able to eat more food the more muscle you have because your metabolism will go up, which means that as you build muscle, you will naturally burn fat unless you are increasing your calories as you go, which will keep you maintaining or just building more muscle and also gaining fat, right? But the main thing that blew people's minds last time was the difference between this is for building muscle here, right? Building muscle. And this is for fat loss, okay? So if you were trying to build muscle, most of us say, damn, I'm trying to build muscle. I need to eat like a shit ton of protein. And we add the protein in, but we say, wait, I want to build muscle, but I don't want to get fat. So I'm going to eat a shit ton of protein and then I'm going to still cut my carbs. And it doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work because let me show you something, okay? When you are eating for fat loss, which means you want to pretty much maintain the muscle mass that you have, but lose fat on top of it, you're not looking to gain more muscle, you're just looking to lose fat, right? You should be eating 40 to 50% of your calories from protein, which is damn high. So you're eating a shit ton of protein, okay? Now, if you're trying to build muscle, like gain more muscle, most of us would say that you have to eat more protein, but let me show you something. When you want to build muscle, 25 to 35% of your calories come from protein. That means that you could possibly be eating twice as much protein when you want to lose fat and maintain the muscle that you already have than you would if you were trying to gain more muscle. So what's the big secret here? The big secret here is that protein and carbs are like twins. You cannot separate them if you want to gain muscle. The biggest difference in your diet when you want to gain muscle is not protein, it's carbohydrates. So let me explain it this way. How many of us, if we are like totally out of shoes and we need to go to the store and like buy more shoes, those women, those of you who are drinking your protein shake after your workout, you're eating your eggs, you're eating your chicken, you're eating your greens, right? You want to gain muscle, you're eating all the protein, all that shit. Those of you who are doing that, you're going to the store and you're buying 2 left shoes every fucking time. And then you're wondering why your right foot is cold. That's literally what you're doing. It's that dumb. And it's not your fault. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm calling the system that we've been fed, right? Everything that we've been fed is just not true, okay? So again, let's go over that again, right? When you are trying to build muscle, you are eating 25 to 35% of your calories from protein. And when you're trying to maintain muscle mass and lose fat, you're eating almost twice as much protein, which means that you actually cut your protein in half when you're trying to gain muscle, right? Versus a fat loss phase, you actually cut your protein nearly in half and you double your carbs. So those women, those of you who want to get toned, if you want to get toned, which means building muscle, hell yeah, you need carbs. If you're eating only protein and you're wondering why it's not working, don't wonder for another 10 years. Think about it, educate yourself and figure it out, okay? So let me go over why we think this, why we think that we're not supposed to eat carbs. And like, it's so simple. It's such basic scientific nutritional knowledge that I seriously wonder like why we've been fed this. Cause I thought for years, like I just assumed like I can't eat carbs cause I'm going to get fat and all of this bullshit. Right? So basically there are a few things going on here. Okay. Humans are by nature satisfied by instant gratification. We are satisfied by nature by instant gratification, which means that when we want something as quickly as possible. When we want something like weight loss, we want it as quickly as possible. And now the market and business, right, takes advantage of that. The fitness industry takes advantage of that. They say it is human nature to want something as quickly as possible. It is human nature to have instant gratification. So if we give people a tool that will make them lose weight as quickly as possible, we can get their money off of that and we can get their trust off of that if it works, but we don't have to worry about what happens to them in the long term, right? You might lose weight for the first month, but cutting carbohydrates is not going to help you long term, and it's not going to help you get toned, and it's not going to help you lose more weight or reach your goals, right? So those people who have been most successful with their health and fitness have let go of that idea of instant gratification. And they said, if I want to build muscle, I need to eat carbs, and that will make me a lot leaner, a lot happier. And it might take a little longer, but it's scientifically more successful. Okay. So we've all heard this before. We know that, that Atkins was, my theory is that this whole idea with like low carb kind of either started or was reinforced by that, right? The long-term lasting effects in our minds of the Atkins diet are not gone yet, right? Because we still believe that low carb is the way to go, okay? So I mean, I'm not trying to criticize anyone here, but honestly, what Atkins was doing was he was taking advantage of the fact that humans are by nature satisfied by instant gratification. And he said, if I can get people to lose weight quickly and I can make money off of it and convince them that it's because they're cutting carbohydrates, then I can make a lot of money off of this. And he fucking did, right? It worked. And it's still ingrained in our minds. And he's not the only one. Like, I'm not saying that is like, I don't have a problem with people in general, right? But if you take a look at the theme, the common thread running through a lot of things that are sold, ideas that are disseminated, right? A lot of them are on the foundation of cutting carbohydrates, okay? So do you have a zucchini spiralizer? Did you buy it? Did that money go to a company who then produced the zucchini spiralizer? Have you ever bought a frozen cauliflower pizza? Do you buy cauliflower and grind it up into whatever? Are you buying those like calorie-free shirataki noodles? Like things like that. Like people are trying their damn hardest to avoid carbs at all costs. And I think when you look at basic nutritional knowledge, it's just not sound. It just doesn't make sense. If you want to get toned and you're not eating carbs, but you are eating protein, I said it before, you are wearing two left shoes. You're wearing two left shoes and then you're like, why the hell does it feel so funny walking? Why can't I just walk with ease? Because it's no mystery. If you have any knowledge on nutritional science, you know that you need to double your carbs and eat a lot of carbs if you want to get toned. It's actually, it sounds ironic to us because we've been lied to, really. So I'm passionate about that. Comment, like, share. I'm going to try to keep it short today. Let me know what you guys thought, but keep in mind that those ideas that you have about health and fitness, they are not lying on a foundation of integrity, right? Those ideas that you have about health and fitness have been influenced by like basically a market. They have been influenced by the business, right? We know for a fact that there are things in this world that have been bent and lied and like sort of changed because like if you can disseminate an idea that will cause revenue, right? Or, if you can convince people of something that will cause them to buy products that adhere to that principle, then it's beneficial to the market, right? But it's not beneficial to us. And I think it's absolutely insane how widespread the idea of just cutting carbs is, right? It's crazy to me. It's true. Like I said, it's true. It is true that if you're looking to lose body fat, you have to technically cut your carbs and raise your protein, right? But most of us are not in a place to be losing body fat and looking toned because we haven't built muscle first, right? You cannot lose body fat and look toned if you've never built the muscle that will make you look toned. So the first step is to say, I'm throwing away instant gratification. I'm not going to worry about losing this weight in 3 weeks. And I'm going to give myself a little bit of time, right? It's like give myself a little bit of time so that the end result is more satisfying, more successful, and more maintainable. Because if you focus on that weight loss, right, that fat loss over and over again, you're not going to maintain it. It's not a lifestyle. It's also really not fun. So this is why bodybuilders, they go through different phases of training, right? They go through different phases of training, and they're the most successful people that you see in the world in terms of fitness goals because they know that you can't do a cut for your whole life. You can't cut carbs for your whole life in the same way that you sometimes want to cut and you sometimes want to build. And that doesn't mean that you're getting fat when you're building. It just means that you are prioritizing a long-term result, okay? Which is more important. So again, just comment, like, share. Let me know what you guys thought. I want to try to keep it short, and I know I keep saying that, but keep in mind, if you want to look toned and you want to build muscle, you need carbs. If you are only eating protein and you're not eating carbs, you are wearing 2 left shoes or 2 right shoes or whatever, and then you're stumbling around and you're like, it's a mystery that I can't walk. But it's not a fucking mystery. It's just that. It's kind of like the store told you that it was more beneficial to wear 2 right shoes, and you kind of believed it because if you buy 2 right shoes, they make money. So it's kind of like that. Let me know, comment, like, share. And if you want to talk about nutrition with me, hit me up. I would be happy to. I help women all the time get over their fears of carbs. I help women figure out how to make their training, like maximize the results of their training with their nutrition and vice versa. And it's really important to educate yourself from the foundation so that you don't allow these misconceptions to lead your life. Because 1, it's not fun. We dread it. And 2, you're not getting anything out of it. So comment, like, share, let me know. Have a great New Year's Day, and I will talk to you guys soon.